This video is for all those Romantasy girlies who have found themselves a little bit dissatisfied with Romantasy lately, or you just want to branch out and try something a little bit different. Most of us started off at the basics with Sarah Janet Maas, and we fall into one of two categories. Either we preferred A Court of Thorns and Roses, or we prefer Throne of Glass. If you are one of those who preferred A Court of Thorns and Roses, you probably took this path to Fourth Wing at some point. If you loved Fourth Wing and then went down that Romantasy pipeline and you're happy with that Romantasy pipeline, this is you and you're happy and that's great and you don't need to hear this and you don't care. And we are so happy for you. However, if you read Fourth Wing and you liked the dragons, but you wish that there had been a little bit more with the politics and the world building, you are going to read the Elemental Trilogy and the Aurelian Cycle. The Aurelian Cycle starts with Fireborn and is by Rosario Munda. The Elemental Trilogy is by Sherry Thomas and starts with The Burning Sky. If you preferred the Elemental Trilogy starting with The Burning Sky and you liked the elemental magic of it, then you're going to read Sword of Kaigen or the Stormlight Archive. Sword of Kaigen is by Emma Wong. It is a standalone and it is beautiful, but it is devastating. If you don't like the idea of being devastated, but you want to read something a little bit bigger, then you're going to read the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. Unfortunately, if you do go on this path, this will lead you into the Brandon Sanderson pipeline, and you will be there for the foreseeable future. Going back up here, if you preferred the Aurelian Cycle and you really want to stick with those dragons, then I'm going to suggest either Game of Thrones, but we all know that may never end, or The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. I have been trying to keep this to only finished series, but I'm hoping by the time you make it to this book, there will be more out. This is political, it's vengeful, and of course, it has dragons in it. After you finish those, if you think you're still ready for more, if you think you want to push yourself even further, then it might finally be time for the Broken Earth Trilogy. If you read this book before you're ready, it will leave you confused. It will leave you thinking, do I even know how to read at all? And then you'll be like, maybe I hate reading. It is very important to go through the pipeline. This is not a straight shot. There are many branches to be explored along the way. And I'm happy to suggest a ton of different books that go along those branches. If you were a Throne of Glass girly, you'll have to wait for part 2.